Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing amazing, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 3 reasons to buy Apple the stock for life and literally watch the company grow over the years and obviously your money grow over the years. I mean, that's the main point, right? So Apple came up with their June earnings reports recently and it blew my mind. It literally blew my mind because if you might have heard, we are in like a recession and inflation is literally like off the roofs right now. So it's like a crazy time. And Apple is reporting earnings like literally nothing has happened. I was in so much of a shock. I was like, I have to do my analysis and share it with all of you today. So I hope you enjoy this analysis. And yeah, let's get started. First and foremost, the main reason to buy Apple the stock and watch it grow over the years, it's the loyal customer base. According to a report from research group CIRP, Apple maintained a loyalty rate more than 90% for the past 3 years. This calculation was based on new iPhone consumers who have upgraded from the previous iPhone model. By comparison, Samsung had a loyalty rate below 70% for the same time period. Apple has captured 43% of smartphone sales in the US over the past 3 years. Samsung has 31% of overall sales. The latest survey of US consumers from 451 research indicates that iPhone has a customer satisfaction rate of 98%. So this is all crazy numbers. Because personally for me, I have had an iPhone since the iPhone 6. Currently I own an iPhone 11 and literally I've watched the iPhones grow over the years. Once we have bought the older generation of the iPhone, we don't feel like switching into something else. And I've seen that with a lot of people around me, which is a really good indicator. Now, along with existing customers who are really now invested into Apple products, you obviously will have heard of the Apple ecosystem. Once you are in the ecosystem, it's so hard to leave. Literally, the iPhone is an amazing product. Now you want to buy maybe like a laptop. What you are most gravitated towards? The MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, amazing products. And they integrate so well together, your existing phone and the laptop that you want to buy. Next, you want to buy headphones maybe. Then you buy the AirPods. Maybe you're in the market to buy a tablet. You would buy the iPad just because everything works so amazingly together. And as a user, it's an amazing experience. So we have existing iPhone or Apple customers who are already buying and are so invested in the ecosystem. So we see a lot of growth there. And we see lots of people switching and now buying Apple products. Just imagine the amount of growth that this company has. Now, next, let's talk about innovation and growth. And this is the most important point why Apple is an amazing growing company. If there's no innovation, there is no growth. But the amount of innovation that Apple does as a tech leader is absolutely beyond amazing, and let's talk about it. We will be talking by each product and I'll be giving more details. So let's get started. First and foremost, we have to talk about the iPhone. iPhone 13 has an amazing camera quality with features like the cinematic mode and the macro photography, which creates amazingly catching eye content. This is the 15th anniversary of iPhone, a device that continues to change the world in a profound way with each innovation. Apple's best-selling product is the iPhone. iPhone revenue grew 3% year-over-year to a June quarter record of $40.7 billion despite foreign exchange headwinds. And customer response to Apple's iPhone 13 family continues to be very strong. Apple set June quarter records in both developed and emerging markets. And the iPhone active installed base reached an all-time high across all geographies as a result of increasing sales combined with unmatched customer loyalty. Next, let's talk about the Mac. Mac unleashed a wave of innovation, including the completely redesigned MacBook Air and a new 13-inch MacBook Pro. Both of these systems are powered by M2, the next generation of Apple Silicon for Mac. M2 delivers a faster CPU, GPU, and neural engine, along with higher memory bandwidth and new capabilities like the ProRes acceleration. And it continues the tremendous pace of innovation in Apple Silicon for the Mac. Apple's investment on Mac has helped drive significant growth in their installed base, which has reached an all-time high during the June quarter, as nearly half of the consumers purchasing a Mac were new to the product. For Mac, Apple generated a revenue of $7.4 billion despite supply constraints and negative effects. You can see the impact of iPhones and Macs innovation and Apple's growing enterprise market. In the enterprise market, Apple's customers are increasingly investing in Apple products as a strategy to attract and retain talent. Bank of America is providing iPhones to all of its financial advisors so they can instantly access client information and provide timely wealth management advice from anywhere. Wipro, another large enterprise customer, is investing in MacBook Air with M1 as a competitive advantage when recruiting new graduates. Now let's talk about my favorite, the iPad. iPad revenue was $7.4 billion, down 2% year over year due to supply constraints and negative foreign exchange. However, consumer response to the entire iPad lineup continues to be strong across consumer, education, and enterprise markets around the world. And the iPad installed base has reached an all-time high, with over half of the consumers during the quarter being new to the product. So you can see a lot of new consumers across all of the Apple products. Next, let's talk about wearables, home, and accessories. Apple Watch remains a great way for health-conscious customers to track the overall fitness and wellness. Apple is bringing them even more data about the workouts, sleep cycles, and medications with upgrades soon that will arrive on the Watch OS 9. Wearables, home, and accessories revenue was $8.1 billion, down 8% year over year as Apple faced foreign exchange headwinds, different launch timings for home and accessory products, and supply constraints, as well as the overall macroeconomic environment. Despite this, Apple's installed base of devices in the category hit an all-time record high, thanks to a very strong customer loyalty and high new tool rates. For example, Apple Watch continues to extend its reach, with over 2/3 of customers purchasing an Apple Watch during the quarter being new to the product. Let's talk about services now. Consumers continue to engage enthusiastically with Apple's content across news, fitness, music, gaming, and more. Apple TV productions like Severance and Blackbird have captured popular imagination, and they're looking forward to more exceptional content developed by amazing creators throughout the year. Services had a June quarter record of $19.6 billion, up 12%. Despite almost 50 basis points of FX headwinds, impacts from businesses in Russia, and the macroeconomic environment. Apple has more than 860 million paid subscribers across the services on their platform, which is up more than 160 million during the past 12 months alone. For reference, Netflix had approximately 220.67 million paid subscribers worldwide as the second quarter of 2022. And finally, Apple is continuing to improve the breadth and quality of the current services, from a constant flow of new content on Apple TV Plus and Apple Arcade to new features Apple recently announced for iCloud and Apple Music for an amazing user experience. So in conclusion, the record level of performance of Apple's services portfolio and products during the June quarter reflects the strength of their ecosystem on many fronts. First, installed base has continued to grow, reaching an all-time high across each geographic segment and major product category. Apple also saw increased customer engagement with Apple services during this quarter. Not only is Apple seeing year-over-year growth, but Apple's innovation is leading to drive amazing financial results. Lastly, now let's talk about Apple's financial position. Apple literally is one of the best performing companies, and its earnings report literally were mind-blowing. Like I just said, it's literally crazy. It's blowing my mind. So we have to talk about their financial position. Their financial position alone is an amazing indicator why you and I both should be buying Apple and literally watch the company grow over years and years and years. So first and foremost, Apple ended the quarter with $179 billion in cash and marketable securities. Apple repaid $3 billion in maturing debt while increasing commercial paper by $4 billion, a total debt of $120 billion. As a result, net cash was nearly 60 billion by the end of the quarter. Apple returned $28 billion to shareholders during this June quarter. This included $3.8 billion in dividends and $21.7 billion through open market repurchases of 143 million Apple shares. June had a revenue record of $83 billion, up 2% year over year, and quarterly earnings per diluted share of $120. Lastly, like I always talk about, research and development for me personally is a key, and they will always be a market leader in tech innovation, which can be seen in their latest products such as the M2 chip, the iPhone 13, which all had record sales. On top of that, they have spent around $20 billion in research and development in the past 9 months. Very, very big numbers, and I'm just so excited to see what other products, what services, what else do they come up with. But all in all, the customer loyalty for Apple products, the number of people that are willing to buy Apple products now are all key reasons why Apple is an amazing, amazing company. Apple will not have new customers if there's no innovation, and Apple is a leader in innovation. So all in all, this company is like literally set up for success in terms of their products, how much the customers love that, but along with that, just the way this company is run, the vision, everything on a whole is just an amazing, amazing company. And if you don't agree with my analysis, that is okay. But Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, 42% of its portfolio is Apple. So I am a believer, but along with that, Warren Buffett, literally the best value investor of our time, is a big believer in Apple. And that is literally his #1 holding. Definitely an amazing company, and lots of people would agree with me, and the earnings were amazing. It's just I'm so happy as a customer, as an investor, somebody that has been watching the company literally grow over the years. It's been amazing, and I'm actually really happy. So I hope you like this video, and please let me know your feedback, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.